Hey, welcome back everyone for part 2 of my review of Namco Museum Volume 3 for the PlayStation. And now we're gonna see the exhibits for the 6 games that are featured on this CD. And for this, I'm gonna go clockwise. And the first game I'm gonna show you is Pole Position 2. As you can see, each one of these rooms has like artwork from the game, like posters and pamphlets and instruction manuals and stuff like that, as well as the PC board for the game, which I think is pretty cool. And there's the instruction code for it that you'd find in the arcade. And another cool thing is that there's a how to play section on here and a tips section for before you play a game. As you can see here, not only does it tell you how to play, but it shows you the story of the game. And here are the tips. I think there's 3 tips on here altogether. And I like this too because what if you've never played this game before? It's no use going in blind, so I think that the fact that they provide you tips on and how to play each game is really nice. And I don't really assume that people have played this, which is pretty much what I did at the beginning of this review, but anyway, oh well. As you can see, each room that the game can be found in is pretty awesome. Look at that car. And there's a map, and you see that arcade right there? That's where you play each game. And each game on here plays pretty much like you would if you were playing it on the arcade, which is a nice touch as well. See, it's a cool effect there. It almost looks like it's glitching out there from being plugged in, but like I said in part 1 of my review, I'm not really gonna play each one of these games, but I'm pretty much gonna show you like for this one in particular, I showed you like the different parts of it, like where to go to play each game, like where to find like the how to play and stuff. And here I'm trying to figure out how to exit the game, which in order to do that, all you do is press the triangle button, which you can tell it's been a while since I played this and I forgot what button to press. But that's okay. See Gilgamesh going in the bottom of the screen again. But yeah, each game has one of these cool exhibits in that shows you a whole bunch of stuff. So it makes it fun. Not only do you get to play these games, but you also get to see a little bit of the history behind them too. Not only as far as instructions and that, but you get to see like merchandise and photos and illustrations and stuff like that. And now I'm gonna go into the Fozon exhibit. You can see there's not really a whole lot to see here. As you can see, there's artwork there. There's the PC board. There's the how to play and the tips section. Is it just me, or does this door look like something you'd see on the Nostromo on Alien? The movie Alien. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And here's the room for Fozon, which looks like some kind of laboratory that they're working in, which I think is pretty cool. Just get out of here. Again, one bad thing about the PlayStation is you do kind of have to wait for it to load, but that's okay. For this being in the late 90s and that, what do you expect? So, I'm not going to complain too much. See the other exhibits. And now I'm going to go into the Tower of Druaga, which I mispronounced as Tower of Druaga in the first part. Which I should have looked it up beforehand, but that's okay. It's a proper noun, so I guess you can say Druaga or Druaga. I don't think it really makes much difference. Now, I do have to admit, even though I'm not really a big fan of this game, I do like this exhibit room in here, and you'll see why here in just a second. See, look how cool is that? You see the arcade machine in the middle there in an orb. And then if I pan right over here, you get to see Druaga. It's a big creature that you fight at the top of the tower if you get that far in the game. Which honestly I haven't, but yeah, I'm not really that good at the game. It can be a fun game, it's just one that I'm not really particularly crazy about. And of course, the way you come in is the tower itself, which is a nice touch. As you can see, a little break in my footage there. That's when my cat jumped in front of the camera. I do apologize for that. So, as you can see there, the PC board was right there too. But yeah, you get to see more merchandise and more artwork and posters and advertising and whatnot for each game. So, I know it seems like I'm repeating myself, but each one is different. Each game has a different exhibit in that. You just have to take your time and look at each one. And now I'm going to be going in Galaxian, which is pretty much the same as Galaga, although I like Galaga just slightly better. I like the feel of it better, and I like the way it plays a lot better, even though they're pretty much the same. This is probably my second favorite exhibit in this game, and I'll show you why. First of all, you get to go down this long corridor here, which I think is pretty cool. It looks very futuristic, like something you'd see from Star Wars. And I gotta admit, the music in this room is pretty cool too. In about a minute, as you'll find out here. See, it changes color. And look at that! Look how cool is that! You can see the ship rise. And of course, the music is downright awesome. There's the alert sign over there. Isn't that cool? I could spend a lot of time in this room just listening to the music and enjoying all the lighting effects, but unfortunately, since I'm running kinda low on time, I really can't do that. But if you get a chance to play this game, you can check it out on your own time. They're going back to the main room. And here's my favorite, not only my favorite game on the CD, but also my favorite exhibit. And here's the Miss Pacman room. And right away, it looks like you're actually right there in the Pacman world, which I think is really awesome. Looks kinda cartoony, but then again, that's kinda like the point. This is a family game, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But look at that, look how awesome that is. That's actually the Pacman house of Mr. and Mrs. Pacman. And as you walk in this house, you get to see her dancing with her dog. Music's not too bad. Although I admit, it does kind of get to me after a while when I play this, but that's okay. See, there's the TV and the phone. Oh, here's a funny part right here. If you try to open up the bathroom door... Whoops. And then there's the arcade behind Miss Pacman. But yeah, this is really cool. This is my favorite exhibit in the entire CD. You could easily spend at least an hour playing this, just not even playing the games, but looking at these exhibits and that, and just appreciating all the stuff that each game came with when it first came out. And now we're going to be going to our last exhibit, which is Dig Dug. Now I do have to admit, this room that we're going to go through in right now is actually better than the actual exhibit. See, it looks like it's underground. And of course there's a PC board right in front. Some more artwork. Lather, rinse, repeat, but it's pretty cool. And then here's the exhibit, which, like I said, all it is this one room. It's not really a whole lot to look at. The arcade's right in front of you, and you get to see some of the bouncing enemies on it, but I really think they could have put some more stuff in it. Oh, there's statues back there too, I didn't even realize that. They really could have put a lot more stuff in the exhibit, but not really can complain too much, because after all, you're supposed to be playing this for the games. But like I said before, just looking at the exhibits in this game alone is really cool. Of course, there's some more merchandise. There's some plush toys, though, that you saw there. And that's pretty much it for this review. I already showed you the bottom level with the library and the theater and that. And of course there's 6 games in here. I have no idea who that's supposed to be in that poster, which I should know, but if you go through the front doors right there, it will give you the credits. And that's pretty much it for the tour of this museum. So if you love Namco games, compilation games, or pretty much anything with Pacman or Miss Pacman in it, I would seriously give this game a look. It provides a nice feeling of nostalgia while at the same time giving one appreciation of just how far our video games have gone since the games featured here were made. This is Tedric85 speaking. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.